Well, I know I made a video about the inurig, but ever since I seen this new little Manko rig, this is 100% way less time consuming and 100% easier, and I guarantee you the hookup ratio will be way higher. Because I took that inurig out there, and for one, it didn't last one bass, and for two, I got like 30 bites and only hooked the one bass, and it still got off at the boat, and then the lure was destroyed. So I would say this is 1,000 times better. And it's not hard to make neither. But without having to go through all the process of getting all the super glue and all the tubes and all that plastic and all that bull crap, you literally just take your bottom hook, you tie it on there, and you'll have your loose hanging hook that'll slide up and down your line. Keep them both on the same side. Trick worm preferably, the longer the better. Find where your hook kind of pops out, hook it all the way through. Come back through the tip of it. Don't let it poke through, so you know it's at least kind of weedless. It's got a hair on it, that's bothering me. And then you sit there and take this, flip it on the same direction, and you hook it through the tail the same way. Hook it all the way through, come back out, and poke it in. And you'll get kind of the same action as the inurig without having to go through all the trouble. I just saved about 20-30 minutes. Tube of glue, coffee stirrers, and everything. Got pretty much exact same action. You can let it sink to the bottom. Give it a little twitch. And she's looking good. Now I'm about to try it on one of these and see how she looks. We're gonna hook it up, do the same thing. Make sure they're both on the same side. We're gonna hook it in, come through, pop it back in there where she ain't sticking out. Come all the way down here to the very bottom of it. I'd poke it through the tail a little bit, so when you come back in, then you're in a hunk of the body. And you still should get some pretty action, plus the tail spinning to do something. Oh yeah, it looks pretty good to me. I'd bite it. So it looks good coming in and letting it sink. Doing some twitches to it. Sound look tasty, I don't know what it does. Now we're going to try it with a white wacky worm. See how she looks. Same thing, hook it through, come back in, go as far as you can down in the tail, because you're just going to pop right back in a little bit distance up so you can get a bigger hunk. And you should have the same action as the emu, just without the little third little inch to it. But I still would much rather that. 100% time saver. Still get just about the same exact action. Let it sink, little jerks. The whole time on retrieval you can do it. Looks just as good. Half the time, half the material. That was the first Manko rig I've made myself. I just wanted to test it out with top lures that I use while I fish. And I think it's going to be a success. I think it's going to double up the hookup ratios, save triple the time, and way less materials. So y'all stay tuned and see what fish videos we got coming. Actually using them, testing them out. Y'all keep your E out there.